Welcome, everyone, to the Dr. Greg Show, December 1st, 2025. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Helen, yes, I agree. I should put out a disclaimer on the screen. I am not paid by Big Pharma. This is true, guys. This is very true. Silly Goose, thank you for the heart me's. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you so much. We got a lot to get to today. As with every day in the world, it feels like there's so much to go to, so much to talk about. Happy you're here. Hi to all my friends on YouTube that are watching these archive links. I'm watching the podcast, guys. Listening to the podcast. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on everywhere. So thank you guys so much. Oh, it's Substack too. Substack has been amazing, guys. We are putting out Substacks every day because there are so many graphs to show, and I can only do such a good job, showing what we can on the live stream. And my goal with the Substack is to give you the original documents, the original information, the actual stuff that you can reference later, that you could send to other people, the graphs that we are using to inform ourselves and understand the world, trying to arm you with that so that you can go forward and better understand it. That's the idea, guys. That's the idea. I just wanted to say I didn't know about this until I watched a Dr. Keisha Davis video, guys. So if you aren't subscribed to Dr. Keisha Davis on TikTok, I would advise you to do so. Keisha Davis, common spelling. Amazing follow, talking today about how for the first time we are not observing World's AIDS Day, which is just incredibly pathetic, right? I mean, the administration right now is attacking science, right? It's attacking what science is, what it does, academia as a whole, trying to dismantle all the institutions that we have that help us understand the world and figure out problems and make solutions for our generation and generations in the future. But one of the ways that they are attacking science is just not allowing people to talk about it, right? We're banning the use of the word climate change. We can't talk about renewable anymore. And now they're doing this because AIDS is no longer a thing? No, of course not. That's not true at all. If you know and you're frequent here, you'll know exactly what I'm about to say about HIV. That's an interesting fact that not many know. That HIV is still in a pandemic. We are still right now in a pandemic with HIV. It is still a virus that circulates globally, and we are having it spread globally, and its impacts are global, and it is a pandemic. So the idea that the United States in the first time, again, during a pandemic, ladies and gentlemen, hi, Cher. Hey, Ducray. During a pandemic, we are minimizing AIDS. During an HIV pandemic, we are minimizing AIDS. Let that sink in real quick. That's just, it's insane. I mean, not only have we minimized SARS-CoV-2 and COVID and the people that we have lost because of that, right? We have lost their lives, and we have not come to, in my opinion, fully understand just how many people did lose their lives. We haven't wrestled with that. There's no national monuments. There's no days of mourning. There's no commemoration for the loss and incredible work that the public health workers served our country. And again, we are downplaying the other pandemic that is happening right now, the other way that public health workers have done so much, and scientists too, right? Scientists have done an incredible job at figuring out ways to hamper and stymie HIV as a virus from replicating within someone's body. So that's the second thing that we're going to talk about. So we're going to be talking about the technology that has allowed us to not be thinking about AIDS constantly, because if we look up just largest pandemics in history, okay, list of epidemics and pandemics from Wikipedia, the second largest pandemic in history, ladies and gentlemen, the second largest pandemic in history, HIV AIDS pandemic. Death toll as of 2025, 44 million people. 44 million people. (1981 to present). The second largest pandemic ever has happened right now. The first is the Justinian plague. That is the bubonic plague that happened to 540 to 549. But this is happening right now. Sure. Yeah, Hazel. Okay. Sure, Harmony. What do you have to say? Well, I'm curious. Hi, Harmony. How's it going? Hi. Good. Okay. What's going on? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about that. Mm. Uh-huh. Sure. I mean, there's a lot of like personalized medicines that are being developed right now. Yeah, absolutely. I think that you could. There's a good chance that you have a lot of like well made medicines in the future that can be personalized for you. I mean, rare genetics just means that you kind of have a um, yeah. I mean, mutations that are kind of unique and one in a million kind of thing, and it happens. Yeah. Well, well, it's okay. Thank you, Harmony, for sharing and talking about you. Okay. Uh huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't really think that, like, I mean, maybe you perceive that, but I don't think that your genetic mutations, it's not allowing you like supernatural powers, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like something that's unique about you. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Wow. Wow. I don't know. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Hi, Michael. You're okay, Harmony. You're all good. I appreciate, it's a big day for you. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Yeah. I know you're not arguing. Yeah, you know, it's fine. We're good. Thank you. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I haven't. No. Mm-hmm. That comes off. That comes off, Harmony. That I understand that to be very instrumental to who you are. That comes off very strong. Thank you. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel that. I feel that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, for sure. Perfect. Exactly. Perfect. Well, thank you, Harmony. I appreciate you. I'm so sorry about your dog. I've been a dog person all my life, and I appreciate. Yeah, I'm sorry for Dacky. I'm sorry for Dacky, but it's a very stressful day, and I understand you're going through a lot today. So thank you for coming on and sharing with me. And yeah, yeah, exactly. I think we can all, try to make the world a little better. Push a little farther. Make the world a little bit better every day. Yeah, of course. Thank you, Harmony. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, have a good day. Hi, Rapture. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for coming up, bro. I appreciate you, man. Have a good one. All right, guys, I got a technical glitch. Oh no, YouTube cannot hear. YouTube cannot hear, guys. It's so weird because it looks like on my side, it looks like it can. I'm trying to fix this real quick. Hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you for coming up. Appreciate you guys. Huh. Let me just give me 2 seconds here. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it right now. That's really frustrating. On my YouTube, it looks like it's going. On their voice, it looks like it's going too. It has all the bars and everything associated with a live that is happening. Um, I do not possess the knowledge in order to fix this right now. I'm sorry. It should be in voice chat. It should be coming through voice chat. No, it's the I can hear you, but you just quiet. Okay. That's a thing. Okay. Um, compressor. All right, let's check this real quick. This, here we go. All right, there we go. Just opening it up a little bit. All right, we're gonna check it again. Let's see. Oh. Okay. And then that is voice chat. That would be them though. One second, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'll have to fix this later. I don't know. It is weird. It is very weird. No worries. I've been trying to listen in the last 3 evenings, and it's been the same. Dave Martin, I'm so sorry, dude. We don't know until the karma gets on the audio stream. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can just fix this real quick. Hey, Rapture. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so Dave, you can't hear this right now. You can't hear Rapture. Yeah, she just spoke right now. So did you hear that? Yo. Okay. Yeah, it's just like me kind of like talk. I just have to talk more. Nope, she hasn't. Can't hear. Okay. Weird. Stream voice chat. Dis. Wavelength. Speakers browser. Okay, we'll do this, 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 this. Okay, I'm gonna try it. This is a new setting. And this would be stream. This is my voice, I think.
And this is my voice.
Okay, perfect.
Did that work?
Can you hear her now?
Testing 1 2 3.
Okay.
Testing 1 2 3.
Can you hear her testing 1 2 3?
Is it a pain to shut down YT and do it again? And
Oh,
start
it's
it again?
it's okay. Yeah, they can hear now. Perfect. Okay, cool. Thank you guys.
All right,
I heard that. All right, perfect. Nice, dude. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is okay, so I understand what's happening now. Here we go. So this is the awesome. Thank you so much, Rapture. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for doing that. Yay. Okay, awesome, Michael. Thank you guys. Thank you for responding. Thank you everyone. Thank you Rapture. Thank you Michael. Thank you Dave and YouTube. Thank you. Volume up. Okay. Roger, guys. That's yeah. I'm trying to match that to We'll just turn this thing up. Okay, there you go. How about that? Feels like I'm watching a Godzilla movie. There's a delay. How about that, guys? Does that feel better? This. Boom. Boom. Volume up. Okay, nice, dude. And then we'll go to that. We'll do this. Okay, so I can see. Okay, I understand now. You're good? All right, perfect. All right, thanks, guys. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Thanks for being patient, guys. Sometimes I can't like troubleshoot it unless everyone's on, you know. So it's great now. Perfect. All right, cool. Thanks, guys. I appreciate everyone for holding steady. You sound slightly slightly louder. That's it. Okay. Okay, we'll try that. All right. Well, we got a caller, so this is a good time to test this. So here we go. Jason ZK, how's it going, man? Jackson. Sorry. Thank you.
Yo, I added you, I don't know, maybe a week or so ago. I liked what you were talking about. You talk about a lot of different things. What are you a doctor of again? I forgot.
Microbiology. I'm a
That's
doctor
what
of
I was gonna
science.
say. I was gonna say biology. I thought I was listening, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
So is that like when the word doctor gets thrown around?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you PhD?
Correct. Yeah, I have a PhD in
Okay.
microbiology. Yeah.
Okay. Total respect.
Thanks, man.
So, yeah, no, absolutely. Where are we at with like I talked? You're not a flat earther, are you?
No. No.
Okay, thank the
No,
world.
I'm.
Okay.
Man, you seem scarred. You seem like
No,
broken
dude,
down.
like I can't even argue. I can't even argue with these people. I would love to have you like jump in and whatever. But okay, so we're there.
Uh-huh.
What are the main discussions that you like have arguments on, or like I don't know. It's all is it all about science? Because if it is, I would just like my first question would be, I believe in that there is going to be with AI and kind of think there's been a cure for a lot of things,
Uh-huh.
but do you foresee with like AI specifically bringing a cure to like cancer or other major ailments that would like probably mess up all kinds of money for people in America that like in my opinion like would rather have people sick?
Yeah, so basically AI is that's creating a lot of hypotheses that need to be tested. And it's a good way to generate these hypotheses. We actually went through over this last night, which was, and if you want to check out the YouTube archives, that has all my shows, and we were
Oh, okay.
talking about this. And but basically, AlphaFold is the AI model that's created by Google, and it's been be able to create like hundreds of new potential medicines that can effectively treat and bind to new receptors. So they can take simple proteins and just kind of see how would a protein bind here, or what would you need in order to bind together, two proteins. That kind of idea, and it's awesome. It creates these abilities for these new medicines to be tested, but they still need to be tested inside of a body, inside, and go through the regulatory, channels and all that kind of stuff. So it's a it's a
I don't want
good.
to cut you off. This is where
Yeah,
I can interject. So,
go
what
ahead.
was the name? What was the name of that AI, or what the company was? Number one. Then number two, do you believe that that's the only company that's leading in that technology, and that like they're on the forefront, and there's not a possibility that other companies are with other AI, because it's like a race to first place right now.
Hmm.
It's pretty much brand new as far as I can see. No, there's really no regulation. It's it's like it's here. We're living in like the spawn of it, if you will.
Yeah,
But is that the only company that you recognize or that you go with?
AlphaFold is by far the best. So that and as we talked about here, it's basically having a huge increase in the amount of citations that you see. So we have like a huge increase in the papers here. So this orange
Have you
line here is.
cross-referenced that with any other AI
There's
companies?
been these are the other ones. So basically, fold users from the other AI models, which is AI Frontier, PP Frontier, SB Frontier, and they've
They all have
increased.
frontier in the front of the name.
Yeah,
That sounds a little suspicious.
it's specifically AlphaFold that really dominates everything else because it's not just like an LLM, like a large language model that is used in a
Okay.
lot of these things. We're talking about something that's specifically just made and
Are
created
there any
for
major players in the game that I would know about? Because I know about like
Google.
AskSeek or ChatGPT.
Yeah,
Then you have
Google.
Google.
Hmm.
So why isn't Google on there? Why are they not on the graph to cross reference their numbers?
My apologies. It's AlphaFold is by Google.
Oh,
It's
okay.
their
See,
deep
okay,
mind.
there we
Yeah,
go. Okay, see, I didn't know that.
it's a
There we go. Well,
yeah,
that
it's their deep mind neural networking that people use. Yeah.
so Google's leading the way.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so you if you would have led with that, that would have told me a lot. Because
Okay.
when you said
Sorry.
alpha like that, that's a disguise for Google almost, you know.
Yeah, it's their
But
DeepMind project. Is it the same as Gemini? So Gemini is their large language model, their LLM. The AlphaFold is different. So it's a neural network, and that's kind of like how it creates. Thank you. How it creates the roadmaps going forward, but it is fundamentally a different thing.
okay, you've answered. Can I move on to something else?
Yeah, yeah, sure, man.
Okay. I'm seeing like I don't know if this is your field. I kind of would think it is. There's a gentleman. He's known to everybody. He's got a lot of followers. It's called Plastiline. It's a African American brother. I don't know what his credentials are, but he is taking all kinds of waste, plastic waste, and converting it into gasoline. But he's calling it
Okay,
plastiline. Is that theoretically possible? Is oh yeah, that gentleman there. Do
cool,
you
dude.
think that we can ever put that on a map? Because we buy these things every day. I don't know
Hmm.
what the waste fields look like, and I don't work those jobs, but I can just imagine all that waste. If we can figure out to how to take this guy's idea,
Hmm.
put it on an epic mass produced scale, like put the greatest minds behind him, the biggest paycheck, an unlimited. I believe, or do you believe? I believe that it's possible that we can scale it on a mass scale. What are your thoughts?
It's basically the problem with a lot of this stuff is the energy needed in order to convert it. So we can do it, and it is possible. It's just not economically feasible in order to actually use it versus gasoline right now. And it's actually for the environment, it's actually worse than just using something that's like a renewable and sustainable product already. So it is good in the fact that you are recycling something. You want to do reduce, reuse, and then recycle. So that is the biggest
So
thing.
is the main thing the energy consumption that you're hinging your like where
Yes,
you're
yeah.
saying it'll never work is the consumption of energy that it would take?
So basically it's about like energy in and energy out in order to make the fuel, right? And then on top of that, that's one thing, and then it's also the amount of carbon that you're taking like from the ground and putting it up into the atmosphere. So in an algae biofuel, right, an algae is taking carbon from the atmosphere, and then it's creating those lipid bonds that then we boil and we combust, thank you, and then put it out back into the air. So that's why it's kind of like seen as carbon neutral, because you're taking one down from the atmosphere and putting one back up. And then, for example, why fossil fuels are so bad is it's taking carbon from the ground and putting it up into the air. So the big question is how much energy is required in order to make a renewable and sustainable fuel, and that's the big problem here. Is that like
Okay,
something
now
like.
that's my follow up, doctor.
Mhm.
So in theory, I'm not a doctor necessarily like you. That's why I'm gonna revert to you. Couldn't we build, in theory, something on an epic scale big enough to harness said energy potentially in theory, like if we were to feed into that? Because you're saying it's all about energy consumption. Couldn't we divert all of our attention? You know how we have nuclear. I don't even know about the nuclear,
Mhm.
but just something on that scale to if and with that being said, if we did do that, that would kind of offset all these oil companies too. Like I don't think they would want that either. But what are the chances that if we like built something epic, with the on an epic scale to try to harness. In theory, is it
Mhm.
possible? In theory,
Yeah, yeah, we already have the technology too. So like we already have, for example, we have the algae capability to make all the fuel in the United States be renewable and sustainable. Like we have the capability of doing
can you
that.
break? And I've never heard about algae. You're talking about algae from the swamp, from the lakes, from this that algae.
Yeah, so I mean, so basically fossil fuels are 300, 400 million year old plants and algae. So basically those
Okay.
are all the plant material has all been pushed down together because of the weight of the earth. And then basically the plant parts and the oil and the lipids are what actually we use and we burn for fuel inside of our cars. So those bonds, those carbon-carbon bonds, those are really long. And basically, actually, the 85, 87, 89 is actually how long the carbon chains are. That's what the octane refers to. And basically, we could make those new carbon bonds from algae as opposed to pulling those carbon bonds from the ground. It just creates, new carbon bonds as from the atmosphere as opposed to creating and using existing carbon bonds that were created 300 million years ago. So we have the technology in order for that to be used right now. It's just that we don't do it. It's an economy of scale problem because we just haven't invested enough into algae in order to make it possible for it to compete. We subsidize oil companies to the tune of like $30 billion a year. And on top of that, it's easy. It's easy for oil companies because the product that they use and they sell is already made inside the ground. They just need to extract it, right? Versus an algae biofuels, which needs to, we need to buy the fermenter. We need to staff the fermenter. We need to create and feed the algae in order to make more of it. We need to, build the raceway ponds. We need to extract the lipids still. It's like there's a lot of more products, a lot more effort that needs to be done in order to make that an actual product.
But before I ask you, like, my next question, before we move on this, but wouldn't it be like theoretically better for the whole, like, ecosystem, the whole world, if we went into that gentleman's idea with the plastics,
Mhm.
as much as we dispose and we waste of these things, and they're eventually going to do harm, like to the earth. Like, I believe it'll catch up to us eventually. It might not be in our lifetimes, but somebody's going to deal with it.
Yeah, so what basically it's an all of the above approach. That's what's going to happen, like wind up doing it. There isn't going to be one like amazing technology that creates all of renewable and sustainable technologies. It's about using um, like dams. Dams are actually just giant batteries, so those are incredible and really good, but they're really bad for the environment. So we have to like use them sparingly where we can. Nuclear is really good for recycling used waste and creating good energy for when the energy when the climate's bad or if it's too dense of a population center that can't have a lot of solar and wind turbines for it. It's about using algae biofuels for jet fuel and things like that, which are kind of unique properties to that. So and using electric cars. So because they're so much more efficient than internal combustion engines. So it's just kind of doing them all at the same time and kind of pushing on all doors and seeing what you can actually see. Um, the biggest one though, the biggest real uh, difference maker though right now seems to be wind and solar turbines. So that's what we were talking about last night, and we looked at a graph here. So this is the opportunities that we have as a species in order to tackle some of this stuff. So right here, you can see on basically the bars on the top. We'll zoom in right here. So the bars on the top, the solar and wind, the blue is like free money basically. It's because it's actually cheaper and it's more efficient than the alternative. So we have a ton of options to mitigate the amount of
I would
net
think that would be
emissions.
the obvious one, wouldn't it
Yeah,
be? Like just the sun, right? The right, getting it from the sun.
exactly. Yeah, so you can put solar and wind arrays in there. You can reduce methane. These are all the blue parts, right? Nuclear has some wins because you're replacing coal, right? If you're replacing coal, that's like just really good.
Well, what are your thoughts on nuclear? Just to interject really quickly, like,
Hmm.
are we, in your opinion, be doubling down on that, building bigger nuclear facilities? You know, because we have like a whole bunch of smaller ones. We
Hmm.
only have a few that are on a large scale, but we have, you know, a whole bunch of smaller ones. What are your thoughts on nuclear? Just quickly, I didn't mean to
Yeah.
really throw
No,
you
no,
off.
no, it's a good question. No, but I mean, nuclear has a place at the table. You know, the problem is that it's not renewable. You know, there's small breeder reactors that make it to like 97% efficiency, so that, you know, they are very nearly, renewable, but they do have some, they have some waste. But then there's also
So we
fission.
should continue. We should continue with nuclear in the
Oh
future.
yeah, sure. And there's actually some
Okay.
research going on to it, fission too. So it's like the research going in order to use the same type of reaction that the sun is made of, is actually going through like a moment too. So that's kind of cool. So we kind of have to just push on all these things. There's really no, um, the goal should be to mitigate the harms that humans are doing to the environment. The goal shouldn't be to like have one technology win over the other. You know, that's like that's my thing. You know, when people get really wrapped up into one technology over another, they just, we need to, the goal should be helping mitigate harm for the environment, not like cheerleading your pet project. You know, that's just that's what, where kind of like nuclear enthusiasts and stuff kind of like lose me.
Okay. Can I segue? I'm gonna drop down. I got maybe one or two more.
Okay.
Um, the next one, I guess maybe it could be a long shot. Maybe I'll save the best for last. This will be kind of a two-way question, so maybe I have three, but this one will tie into another one. First off, do you believe in? I right now, just to remind everybody, we're on Earth. We are in space, everyone. For those that don't know, we're just on the ground level of Earth. But like literally, if I fly you high enough, you will see like we're in space. With that being said, do
Mhm.
you believe that there are other species or other beings besides us that are in on the planet, not on this planet, but in the galaxy or just in the universe? Number one, and then number two, if you do believe that, where do we fit as far as? Because I have one last one to throw my last question, but this last part to this one, where do we fit if you do believe there are other species other than us on like in the galaxy or in this universe? Where do we fit in the future, 10, 20, 30 years from now?
So I think for sure that there is life outside of Earth, for sure. And it's just basically the question is whether or not we can find life in our solar system, if we can find life, in our galaxy, in the universe. You know what I mean? Those are just three kind of things that are just increasingly rare the closer you get to Earth, I think. You know, for sure there is life, I think, outside uh, in the universe, right? I
So
would say
not
a hundred
intelligent
percent.
life, not intelligent life.
Well, the question is what is intelligence, and I think that that would be, really hard for us to wrap our minds around. Like, would we think if we found a dolphin, on another planet, would we consider that to be intelligent? Would we consider a plant to be intelligent? Would we consider yeast or bacteria to be intelligent? And actually, I mean, you would think that, in
Okay,
bacteria or yeast
I'll
wouldn't
get
be.
specific.
Uh huh.
I'll get specific as far as we've had several, because this is going to tie into my last question, but I'll save it. But it kind of ties into this with, I don't know what you've seen with all the, they were called UFOs at one point, now they're called
Hmm.
UEPs. With, I don't know what you've seen, like as far as your existence and watching footage on whatever, or doing whatever due diligence, like trying to or research or whatever you've seen in your eyeballs. With that being said, that type of intelligent life, with all the sightings throughout decades leading up to 2025, leading up to, we had September, I believe, the day before the unaliving of that brother that was unfortunately taken out on. It was the day before there was a congressional hearing that showed some stuff that I will leave. That was going to be my last question.
Yeah.
But that type of intelligence. Like I don't know what you've seen, so I know where as a biologist, I know what you're saying as far as life and yeah, that type of life. But I'm talking about something that's above our pay grade that has uh, space. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. That is literally 10 times, 100 times more advanced than what we are right now.
So I don't think that we've seen that personally. Like I don't see evidence of that yet, but like I'm not, maybe they're intelligent enough in order to evade our senses and they're out there and you know what I mean? I just don't believe in things until I see evidence for them. Like,
Okay.
that's just kind of like how I rule. I don't really believe in anything that's supernatural or, until I see evidence for it, which is, I think, which is fine. I can have my
Have you
mind
done any
change.
research? Have you done any research on UEPs or like any footage that have come from credible sources, and let alone those just whatever that the last and this will be my last question, then I'll
Uh-huh.
drop. There was no this happened a year ago, but they released it September. I think it was September 10th. This is a UEP that was flying. Everybody can look. It's privy for everybody. It's called. All you have to do is search MQ-9 drone. We had an MQ-9 Reaper drone, the baddest drone that we have in our arsenal, strapped with Hellfire missiles equipped to them. We
Uh-huh.
had two drones. One was trailing this UEP that was moving at unknown speeds and doing things that no craft on this earth can do. With that being said, we had another Hellfire drone come in that you won't be able to see, but there's a Hellfire missile that's launched. The Hellfire missile strikes this craft. The Hellfire missile, the most powerful missile in our arsenal, literally bounces off this thing. There are three pieces of debris that comes off this craft, and it continues to trail it, and it literally bounces out of our footage. So this is it just got released months ago. Congress and congressional hearing. The next day, Mr. Charlie was unalived. I'm not trying to coincide or anything, but
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of people don't know about this. Yeah, a lot of people don't know because America dealt with a major loss the next day, so it got overshadowed. But for those that have never seen it, look up MQ-9 Reaper drone Hellfire missile. You will see, and I'll leave with that. If you haven't seen it, I would implore you to take a look at it because I believe you said you won't see it till you believe it. That's that's some real good solid evidence right there. I believe.
Okay, cool. What was the video called? Let's check it out right now.
Yeah, it's all you have to do is type in MQ-9 drone Hellfire missile.
M
This happened. They just released the footage a few months ago with
MQ-9
this.
Reaper drone.
Yeah, and it happened in Yemen over a year ago. This is just one that they released to the Congress, and I mean, when you guys go look, Congress is baffled. They said, "What the hell
Is
is
there
this?"
actual
And
video from it? It looks like there's
oh
like a
yeah,
bunch of AI.
this is actual military. This is all been on every major news. This is official. No BS. If you could play it for everybody, let everybody see it.
I mean, I see the MQ-9 Reaper drone footage. Is that what you see?
Hellfire missile. Yeah, all you have to
Hellfire.
do is put in
Hellfire
UAP Hellfire missile. You have one
UAP.
MQ-9 drone is trailing this thing with the footage,
Okay,
and the
here we
other
go.
MQ-9 comes in and shoots a missile at this thing, and the missile bounces off this thing, and three pieces of
Okay, so this is it.
off of it instead
Tonight,
of falling
new
down to the
never-before-seen
ground.
video off the coast
There
of
it is.
Okay.
tracking a glowing orb as it flies over the water. Now watch closely as a different U.S. drone drops a Hellfire missile on that fast-moving orb. The missile appearing to bounce off the object, doing very little damage. The orb then zipping away unfazed. The video from October 2024 shown during a congressional hearing today on unexplained anomalous phenomena. That's the official name for UFOs.
Do you solemnly swear?
Several service members giving their own eyewitness accounts and reacting to that new video.
Does this video scare you guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Wiggins?
Yes.
Yes.
And there are big questions right now. Why was that missile fired? Did that object pose any risk? Or is there any other explanation out there?
I mean, so okay. I mean, that's good that they're investigating it. Do you think that that is going to be like a way that that we could figure it out, or do you think that it's like not good enough to investigate?
No. That was from me to you, just
Uh-huh.
because you're, and I love you. You're a doctor of biology, and you're like life on other. And I just wanted to show you something
Cool.
that's on another level.
Nice,
That
dude.
like we're over here like literally in the sandbox, like shooting a slingshot at like what we would have like an F-14, right? Like you know how we have F-14s.
Yeah.
It's literally like we're shooting a slingshot. That's what they have. Like whatever we a Hellfire missile was like a slingshot and it's unbeknownst to anybody. And I'll leave you with that. And doctor, I will come back. I
Cool.
appreciate you, man, and I hope I asked some good questions. And
Yeah,
you're a really good dude, man.
Oh,
Shout out to you, brother.
thank you, Jackson. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, come back anytime. Okay, I appreciate, dude. If you could come back when if any of this breaks or there's more info, like please, you'll let
Oh,
me.
I definitely will. I
All
got
right,
you.
sweet. Thanks, man.
All
Appreciate
right,
you. Have
have
a
a
good one.
blessed night, brother.
You too, man. Cool. Thanks, man. That was cool. We have Dave Martin in YouTube chat, guys. At Helen, current nuclear reactors are fission reactors. There's a difference between fusion and fission that produce radioactive waste. The new fusion reactors produce almost none and potentially could produce way more energy. So for what I understand, fusion is the technology of the sun. Fission is the one that we use currently. And I think to add on to that, I think that they are just kind of, they have a bad rap because of, they have, thank you, they have the idea being that they could be unsafe. But from what I understand, that like they've done a ton to improve nuclear safety since 3 Mile Island and all that kind of stuff. So I think that that's a big thing. And then two, I think, nuclear, from what I understand, it's not 100% renewable yet. So that's my thing with it. It's like, I'm okay if it's 99%, non-renewable, or it can recycle 99% of its stuff. I think that's fine. As long as we can safely store away with the nuclear waste, I think that's fine. And it seems like we can do that, and we can do nuclear power plants safely now. So and we actually had someone on the first week of this show was actually a nuclear physicist. He came on and we talked and we deep dove nuclear reactors for like 2 hours. It was incredible. It was a really cool opportunity to kind of like understand this, and it's honestly nuclear reactors, and the technology was way farther than I could ever understand, and so I was very impressed by that. So, but yeah, I think that's that kind of the way that people are just afraid, and there's some fear mongering with it, and for some reason, nuclear, kind of like vaccines, have become very ideological, when I don't think that it should be. I think that it's obvious that we need to invest into nuclear research and development, just like we need to do all the types of energy. That the goal should be mitigating the harms humans are doing to the environment, not one technology winning over another. The MQ Reaper drone is a type and will be hundreds of thousands of hits for that. You need something very specific. Oh, wow. Okay. So the fact that it could even hit that was pretty crazy. If you see an unknown flying object, why would you try and blow it up? That's insane. That's a really good point, Michael. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that is a good point. I don't understand why are we just firing missiles at this? That's a good question, dude. I didn't think about that. So yeah, why? Ducre, these are YouTube, dude. YouTube's popping off. So YouTube has TikTok and YouTube chat all integrated into one. So if you're interested, that's like a good way. And I kind of like, we hang out. You gotta like hang out in my entire like my entire room. That's kind of cool. So anyway, yeah, guys, yeah. So thank you guys. Oh, Eric, what's up, dude? How's it going, man? How do you feel about all the hormone disruptors in a lot of stuff? Yeah, Gato, I think that you should like have, blood work should be done, and you should talk to your physician about it. And if you need, like, TRT is perfectly healthy and safe if you need it. So I would say, hey, just watch out with all the fertility problems. That's a big problem, that's a big thing. And I wouldn't downplay it because you don't want kids now, because in the future you might want kids. So yeah, good, bro. Good, man. Oh, hormones and endocrine disruptors for aquatic life. Yeah, yeah, runoff, man. We have to help the runoff. Environmentally, it's a huge problem. That is something that we are, our waste is going into the into our oceans, and oceans are intricately tied to human life. Do you think it's done on purpose or a natural consequence? I don't think it's done on purpose. I don't think that there's like people that are maliciously trying to disrupt people's like hormones and stuff. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of like variables with modern life that we are trying to test as much as we can, and we are trying to understand, and I don't think in general, I don't think that anyone does things like truly maliciously, like truly like really evil people in the world. I think that does exist. I do think so. The last 10 years have taught me that. I'm like, but for the most part, like 99% of the time, I think that I rather be compassionate, and I'd rather people make a fool out of me and make me look stupid by making themselves look idiotic than just carte blanche think that people are malicious. I'd rather people I'd rather put the onus on them to make themselves look silly versus just every single interaction. I think, is this malicious? Is this malicious? Because there's a lot of people that discount incompetence. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying that, like, the ability for science in order to create a global cabal with hundreds of thousands of people all conspiring together in order to make the earth flat or something. I mean, that's just crazy, so there's just no way. There's just no way. Derek, thank you, Eric. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, you've been here for like since the start, man, like the first week. So thank you for saying that. I appreciate you. Do you think the Earth is cooked if you don't have our change art within the next 100 years? Oh, Gato, dude, we have Gato. Sorry, Gator, Gato. For sure, man. I think that's something that we were talking about in the IPCC report last night. So this is something that we were looking at. We're looking at like an inflection point here. We have until now. I genuinely do think we have like until 2100. This seems to be the big point where there's going to be parts of the Earth that are just uninhabitable if we don't do anything now about it. And we have to limit the warming as much as we can. So if we can limit it to 2 or 1.5, it would be better. But like, here we go, the state of the world, man. So these are so this is purple here. Is that the one, or is it here? It's okay. There's one graph that really shows like all the places in the world that are not going to be inhabitable, basically. And it's a huge, anything equatorial, basically. It's extremely dangerous. I mean, it's one of those things where you're like, now, I mean, so basically this is the percentage of animal species and seagrasses exposed to potentially dangerous temperature conditions. So any color is 1 day, okay? And then 100% is the dark purple. So these are projected temperature conditions above the estimated historical maximum mean, assuming no species relocation. So basically anything in this purple region, anything that's purple with 4 degrees C here, is going to be uninhabitable by animals. And it's going to be awful. So, and that's by 2100. So we have until, like, I would say like the next 15 years is going to be the real inflection point. Wouldn't that literally ruin the planet for most species? Yeah, gato. Exactly. Came all. But for real though, it mass extinction events to the levels that we can't even understand. I mean, and you're gonna have productivity of plants and animals and farming going down dramatically because of that. It's gonna be really bad. Hey Eric, what's up, man?
Hey, not much, man. How are you?
Good. How you been?
It's been a while.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm trying to get on the freaking the Pangburn debate tour circuit myself, man.
Really?
Sure,
Nice.
yeah, dude, that'd be amazing.
You should, man. You definitely should.
What are the time estimates? I mean, it really is. It's hard to say, guys, because it's so bad right now that anything. It's like you're smoking a pack a day, and you're like, so how long until I need to change? And it's like, well, I mean, the risks are only increasing. So it's one of those things where here's 2050, right? Here's where we are. And so we're basically, we are on the pace where we are on the high risk path based on the IPCC reports of 15, 20 years ago. So like if we continue on that path, we're only going to be on that high risk. So, we need to start mediating at least, and the numbers, it's only easier now. So, and this is why I was such a big fan of the Inflation Reduction Act, of the infrastructure bill. These are like huge investments that the United States made in order to start mitigating some of this stuff for the first time. For the first time, we are actually investing in the technologies and the research and the infrastructure to actually get us on these paths. But it was ripped from us. Our future was stolen from us for this. And that's what's so frustrating about it. And it's like, it was literally just stolen for tax cuts for billionaires. It wasn't even used for anything that was, good or it was just, it's insane.
Yeah, man. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Have you at all have looked into like where we are in terms of attaining nuclear? Have you heard anything about fusion?
I have a friend that works at UCSD, and he said that there's like amazing progress right now that they're going into.
I mean,
Here
I'm
we
pretty
go.
sure it's expensive to invest in that technology,
Here we go.
but I think
UCSD
it's necessary.
will lead a research team. Whoops. Here we go. 1 second. Yeah, dude. I think that we are, I think that there are people that are working for it. I think we, at our detriment, kind of stir in hopelessness when there's actual research going on that is trying to actually make things a reality. And like
Yeah.
stuff like this is true. It's just we don't know about it, right, guys? I mean, it's not anything that's malicious. Again, it's just like an incompetence of our media to understand what's actually happening. Oh, really? Dr. O knows a lot about this program and the nuclear programs. Oh, cool, Skog. Yeah. $4 million in new funding brings together researchers from 4 UC campuses and 2 national labs to solve fusion energy grand challenges. The University of California, San Diego, my alma mater, has been selected to lead a new multi-institutional effort aimed at solving materials, fuels, and diagnostic and workforce challenges required to make clean, affordable fusion energy at a commercial reality. $4 million grant from the UC National Labs Fees Research Program. So again, guys, these are the programs that Trump stymied and he stopped, by the way. This is what we're talking about.
Right.
Here we go. Quote, fusion energy is one of the boldest frontiers in science and is one of the most promising pathways to clean, sustainable power. California's extensive network is ideally positioned to solve the scientific challenges of harnessing, capturing, and delivering fusion energy, as well as the complex economic, policy, and public components. UC San Diego is proud to lead a partnership that will advance the science, the technology, and equip the skilled workplace that will make it a reality. And this is what we're talking about, guys. Public programs. What billionaire is doing this? What billionaire is making a non-for-profit organization that is trying to spearhead and create research programs in order to solve some of these problems? Do you think that your money, that $4
Isn't
million,
France?
it's only $4 million. It's like, oh, go ahead, sorry, bro.
No, it's all right. I heard France, they power their grid with 60% of it is powered by nuclear, right? I don't know if you know anything about that.
Oh yeah, Dave Marvin in chat. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, Dave. I'm glad you found me from in time, man. ITER, the international project, is the biggest fusion project in the world in France. Cool. Let's look. Let's see. ITER, France, fusion. I had heard about this. The International Nuclear Fusion Research. Is it ITER? Also meaning the way or the path in Latin, is a international fusion research and engineering project designed to demonstrate the feasibility of fusion power. The facility is under construction near the Cadrants Research Center in southern France. ITER has been under construction since 2013 and is expected to achieve first plasma in 2033 and 2034. Is that a good outline? 6 years? Is that a good? I wonder if that's a good time frame. At which point it'll be the world's largest fusion reactor with plasma volume about 6 times that of Japan's, the previous largest tokamak. What are these words? What are these words, guys?
Oh, so they're also investing in fusion out there then. No, but
Yeah.
currently they have a lot of fission energy, I think.
Yeah,
Like currently,
that's way cool.
yeah, they've been working on that for the last couple of decades.
That's amazing. Here's a small scale
It's
model of
where-
the ITER. Wow,
Yeah, it looks cool as fuck.
that's very cool. What? It's massive. Let's see what the Japan. Okay, so this is ITER in France. Oh wow, yeah, Ronald Reagan. Dude, I mean, this is it, guys. I mean, isn't that amazing? I mean, we're talking about, this is what I love about science, of where it's like a international, we're doing things that are bigger than any individual, right? Or any individual state. We're coming together
Right.
and actually trying to solve problems. Wow, this thing is gigantic.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so cool, man. Whoa, I love it.
So this is ITER right there, right?
Yeah, the drawing of the integrated systems. So it's just one? It's just one massive one of these?
Well, I think this is what they're investing currently, but you should look into what infrastructure is already there right now, because I think they're on the I'm pretty sure they're at the forefront of nuclear right now. France.
Yeah, for sure. Seems like it. That's amazing. I want to learn more
We're
about.
playing catch up right now.
Yeah, for sure. Seems like. Wow. What are these? These cross section of the part of the planned, the fusion reactor vessel. What is in the vacuum vessel? Okay, it's a vacuum. Okay, so the
Hazel
vacuum.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Is it? Go ahead. Are you gonna answer Hazel's question?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah, CERN. I don't think it has anything to do with CERN, right? Because CERN is, what is CERN about?
That's the particle collider.
Right, that's right. But they research. What is it? Nanoparticles, right?
They're doing like even smaller than nano. Yeah,
Parts?
it's like they're like the smallest particles they can, like, and then as they blast into one another, they're like tearing into. They're losing things, and it's like losing parts of part of it. Thank you, Ness. Yes, I agree. Europe is doing cool things. Thank you. Dave from YouTube chat. It's like a giant magnet and like a donut. The plasmid sits inside the donut. Wow, so it is filled. So it's not just like a vacuum, it's actually filled with plasma. This thing would be filled with stuff and then held in place by electromagnets because it's the temperature of the sun.
Really?
Wow. Holy. Wow. So it'd be filled with stuff? Dude, I want to like, maybe we can watch a video about this. It'd be cool. Let's see.
Plasma meaning like super hot particles,
that's
right?
that's the fourth phase of matter.
Right.
ITER.
Where mass becomes like liquidy, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like liquid.
Okay, so this is, wow. Well, this is cool. It just got, new video just dropped, guys. Okay, so this is cool. This just dropped 15 hours ago from ITER.
On November 24, 2025, Sector Module Number 5, the third module of the vacuum vessel and the very first built in Europe, was ready to be installed into the tokamak pit. But such an operation doesn't begin with a lift. Its preparations started days earlier.
The maintenance team and the cranes operation team, we do the pre-checks. So basically what we do is check greasings, we check alignments, we check sensors, we check ropes. We discharge some variators, some variable speed drives in the cranes. It deserves to do in order to eliminate electromagnetic disturbance.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, are they like learning what to do on this stuff from like small scale reactors, and then they're creating? I mean, this is like just the amount of steps that you have to take. You know what I mean? You don't want to screw anything up. Welcome up, dude. How's it going, Drone?
Yeah, you're right, bro. Yeah, I just really want to discuss this because I'm an engineer and a BFIS.
Sure.
I'm a master's engineer in BFIS. I just want to say the problem is we've got with the prompt is confining the plasma. We can't. It is like millions of degrees, and if a few particles get out, it's gonna blow the fucking reactor out, and basically it's fucked.
So that's what this is, right? So that's what these like vessels here, that's what this is. So this is the actual reactor vessel. And these are all magnets on the side here?
Yeah, so it's trying to magnetically confine it in a toroidal magnetic field that rotates, and well, not exactly rotates, but it's in a toroidal. And if one of them gets out at 2 million degrees, you're done. So that's why I've only done it. I think the Chinese have done it for 6 seconds. I think we've done it for 3.
Wow.
We are making a magnetic confinement at the moment, which will confine it more. If you can get the video up, right? Get the video up of that 6 second fusion reaction.
Sure. Okay, let's watch that after this. Okay, we'll watch that after this for sure.
Then we do what we call the RASRAX. It's an acronym, but it's a calibration of the hooks. So basically, we align all the sensors monitoring the positioning of the hooks and the cranes on the same basis, calibration. So you can see behind me at the end of the crane hall, so the 2 cranes with the 4 hooks. So below the girders. So these 4 hooks will take this spreader beam, the dual crane heavy lifting beam, at each corner. And then after, at the center of this spreader beam, will be attached the rest of the rigging to be mounted on the sector module 5, to be able to lift on Monday the sector module 5 to the pit.
Dang, so they haven't even started putting this together. They're like still
No, we have put it ITER did it less, but if you put up fusion reactor video, it'll come straight up.
Okay.
Do they use hydrogen for fusion, right, instead of uranium or thorium?
Well, it's an ion of hydrogen, but yes.
Right, because I heard that the thing about fission is that the radioactivity of it is because we have to use those unstable elements, whereas fusion, you could use stable elements like hydrogen or helium, but I guess hydrogen would be
Right.
the one.
Okay. Right. Okay. So yes, you are right. This is the key. Okay. So the key.
Mhm.
Sorry, go on, bro. Just finish your playing, and then I'll finish mine.
Oh, so I guess the challenge is to, what you're saying is that the challenge is to harness the energy that comes from it, meaning that it gets really, really hot, is what you're saying.
Right. Okay. So it's E equals MC squared. So you've essentially got a sun inside that donut. There we
No
go.
way.
Look,
That's
there's the
so
video.
cool. No way.
Look. Put it up again.
Oh, whoa! We went to the top there. It's like going
Do it slow
around.
motion.
Oh yeah,
Do it
that's a
slow
good idea.
motion.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Playback speed.
25.
Right. So that is now. So
Boom.
on that screenshot, that is magnetically confined, so it doesn't actually physically touch the sides. It is currently about 5 million degrees.
Wow.
So if that touches the sides
Whoa.
of that,
It goes to the top. It went right to the top.
And I'm not talking 5 million F. I'm talking 5 million C.
Wow.
Jeez.
I could convert that into Kelvin if you want me to, but so it's whipping round that fucking donut, like.
Yeah, just like it's crazy. So
this is all harnessed.
So this is this, guys. So this right here. So we have down at the bottom here this cross section of the fusion reaction vessel. So it's down here at the bottom of the thing, and then it starts here, and then it lost itself and then wound up over here at the top. So I guess that's when they stopped it off. But Dave is saying that if you turn off the magnets, it's really safe because you can just dissipate it in milliseconds. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, it will stop. Yeah, it stops straight away.
Gotcha.
But the problem is what we do is we use the whole, like, we call it a tokamak. So we use like the whole donut at first, and then bring the magnetic field in and drag it straight down and speed it up, so we get more and more and more energy. But then we get more and more heat, and then if that comes out of the constrainment, we're in it's gonna go Chernobyl. Like, do you get me? Like,
dang. So this is the 2D of the polyidal plane. So this is all the magnets, the magnetic fields on the left-hand side here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Interesting. And then the cross section of it on the right.
Yeah.
So the fact that it was at the bottom is actually, it's like outside of that. So okay, interesting. So it's using yes, Rapture. So that's interesting. So it's using the speed and the magnetic fields in order to spin it up, and then it's pushing it down to the bottom here where it has less of the field.
No, it has more velocity. It has more velocity, so it has more kinetic energy. We use that. But the problem is, don't make it touch the bottom, because if it touches any side, but then when we speed it up, and the energy levels get up and up and up and up, we have to up the magnetic field to make sure it don't hit the bottom. Because if it hits the bottom, it's gonna go pop pop. It's gonna go pew pew.
Dang. So this is Japan's. right now, I guess. This is the DIIID vessel on maintenance. Dang. It's so like, this is in San Diego. This is the D3D that's been by General Atomics in San Diego. Wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, but if we can work this out, right? Photovoltaic cells, like solar panels, like wind turbines, coal power fire stations, everything is just gone. we have got unlimited energy, and we can make it out of essentially like an ion of hydrogen.
Wow. Dave is saying it's pushing from all sides and creates a donut of plasma. At that point, the elements are fusing and creating immense amounts of energy. Interesting.
Right. Okay. So I want to say, right. Okay. Just real quick. Well, there we go. Well, that's a laser one. We don't always use lasers. There's different methods of doing it.
Okay.
But can you imagine if we just had the free, like, bang water in it? There's no radiation, and we've got free energy.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be brilliant. But it's contained. We're basically containing a sun inside this reactor.
It is wild.
Yeah, it's wild. It's
I mean, that's so cool. I mean, it's crazy because it's always been like this mythical thing that I had heard about for so long, but then it just seems like we've made a bunch of breakthroughs recently. And I didn't really understand it until now.
well, the reason why we shut it down, the reason why we shut them down so quick is because it's like, oh shit, is someone gonna get out of the confinement? So we just shut the thing down real quick because, like, we don't want like the prototype to fuck up.
Yeah. So this is the current biggest one. It's still pretty big. It's pretty giant.
Bro,
Wow.
if that thing blows up, this is why we always shut it down. Because if that thing fucking goes, and you've got basically a sun inside of it.
I know that's how the latest into the universe with the Spider-Man movie. That's how it all started. I saw it, the alternative reality Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, bro, right? As an engineer, if I saw any of the data getting out of pop, I would immediately go, fucking big red button. Shut the fucker down.
For sure.
Well, you're not going to get dragged into HR, are you, and explain to your engineer above you and go, why did this fucking reactor blow up and you might be dead?
Yeah, exactly. You might not have to worry about it.
Only my wife. Like, you just shut the fucker down, don't you? So...
The criticisms, yeah, it seems to be some I don't really understand. It's like inside baseball of how it's happening, the cost of it, the impact of it. I mean, the cost and stuff, like the whole point of these things is that you're doing things that are bigger than profit can make. That's the whole reason. I mean, these are projects that aren't profitable, but science and technology kind of needs that at the beginning. So it is, billions and billions of dollars for sure. I don't know if that's wasted though, necessarily.
Yeah, real quick. That's Perpetual. So yes, it does cost you a lot of energy and joules to get there. Okay,
Yeah.
But then once you've got there, it's Perpetual. It will just keep running. It never stops until you shut it down.
Oh, really?
So
wow.
Once it's going, it's free. There is no energy requirements. All you have to do is bang in deuterium or He3, and basically that's where we're at. But it's always 10 years away. We can't. We're trying to contain a sun inside a small donut, which is a tokamak. You're trying to put the sun into a fucking donut. Can you imagine, I'm an engineer and I'm a physicist, okay? But trying to get a sun and get plasma, the fourth state of matter, into that and keep it stable and keep it creating energy, and then having to work out how you're going to make steam from that to drive a generator.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, I feel like they chose the wrong shape. You know, if you wanted to contain a sun, you don't do a donut. You contain a sun by nailing him to the cross. That's what you do. That's sorry. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry. Sorry. That was for you, Lies Life. That is for you. That's for you. There you go. I'm sorry.
yeah, but there's a few. You need to rotate it because you need to get more energy into it. And you use the rotation and the angular momentum to like increase the energy, which gets you there. But then you've got to work out how you're going to get that into a steam turbine and generate heat. So you're going to need exchangers. You're going to need this. Like what material is actually going to take 1,000,000 degrees?
Yeah. How do they like? What is the scaling up like when something that's this big? Like, how do they scale it with like different materials, different? You know what I mean? Like, what's been the road to here? Like, it must be because I'm assuming that the argument is like we need enough energy in order to get it to this critical state, and if we don't have that at that critical state, like what can we learn? So I guess are they trying different like substrates or different stuff in the chamber, or you know what I mean? Like how?
Yeah, we're on about going to titanium. There is another metal I can't remember at the moment because I'm on quite a lot of meds because I've got cancer at the moment. But I don't want to get into that.
Oh, sorry, brother.
No. I've got optical nerve cancer. It spreads to my brain. I'm fucked. But anyway, I've still got the brain at the moment. I don't want to talk about that, bro, because I'm not here for a fucking oh, sorry, bro. But yeah, we've got titanium, and there's another metal above that. It's basically an alloy, which is it's almost like mixed with platinum and steel, and it can go way higher. And we're on about using that as an exchanger from the reactor, which will then obviously we'll put like high pressure water in there and create steam, and that'll like turn a turbine, and that's how I think we're going to do it. But we can just never get there because we can't do it long enough.
So it was
6 seconds.
So 6 seconds for China. That was like the current world record. But how much? Like, what was the current record before that?
I think it was 2.6, if I remember rightly.
Wow.
You can Google it.
Wow, so that's a significant increase. That's a significant increase then.
Yeah, but the problem is, it's just like any engineer is just going to go, oh, shit, fucking, I'm not getting fucking fucked up for this. Boom, shut down.
Yeah.
So,
they're still running scared, basically. Like, they're tentative with this energy.
You've got 2 million Celsius in your reactor. If it breaks that magnetic confinement, the whole reactor is destroyed. So, as any employee, you're just going to go, like, as an engineer, like, straight away, you're like, fuck this, boom, shut the cunt down.
Yeah, dude, I can see that. I can understand that for sure. Dude, that's tough, man. That's so tough. It looks so cool, though. I mean, this is amazing. It's really interesting.
That's 2 million degrees at the bottom of that reactor. So it started at the top on a big circle, and then what they do is the magnetic confine it right to the bottom, speed it up, because like a ballerina, when she brings in around, she spins faster. Yeah.
I mean, how much are we talking about? Like, how much material are we actually seeing? Like,
not a lot.
So, and then, wow. So, I mean, we're talking like the pencil head, like racer, head, or like a finger amount. Like what? I mean, what do you?
I have got a can of Coca-Cola here right now, which I'm drinking right now, and it will be less than that.
Dang.
But literally,
Wow.
E, remember, E equals mc squared. So you've got energy equals the mass, which is, say, 330 millimeters of my kind of Coca-Cola, times C, which is C times C, which is 300,000 kilometers times 300,000 kilometers. And then I don't know the mass of a Coca-Cola off the top of my head, but I could calculate it. You could probably do it real quick. Work out the joules that would be created from that.
That's incredible, dude.
It's 300,000 times 300,000 times the moles, so it would go fucking off the scale.
That's wild. So and then how? So then the energy that is created and sustained from that amount, like how do they get energy out without putting more energy in? That's what I'm confused about. How would it indefinitely just create energy, or would it be just a small amount of energy that is needed?
There is no. It's perpetual. You don't need to put anything into it. It's going. The only issue, just real quick, just before the reply, the only issue is exchanging it to like some kind of usable energy source to get it to a pump.
Huh. Because it's
so
go ahead.
The goal is for that to never stop spinning, basically, right? That's the goal.
It does well. Just to clarify, it doesn't actually spin. It's a force, but yeah.
Right.
I guess it's just a way to just make you understand what's happening.
How, and then fusion is how these things are coming together. They're creating smaller parts, creating something bigger, right? That is what fusion is, right? And I guess how would they perpetually find smaller bits in order to make it into a bigger bit? Wouldn't it just be more and more bigger bits that they can't combine, or how does that change over time?
Right. Okay. So fission, what it does is it splits the neutrons and the protons and the neutrons, and then it kind of splits and splits and splits and splits and keeps splitting. It creates loads of radiation, and you can use a different fusion reaction, and then fission reaction, and then you can also couple that. So the hydrogen B also uses fission and fusion, and it extended the kiloton rate to loads. All right, fair play for what they did there. But if you use fusion, so you're not splitting, you're putting them together.
Yeah.
So there's no radiation. It's completely clean. It is like the god, like energy source. Like there's no radiation. There's no nothing. Like Chernobyl, there was like people like unaliving, having to dump concrete on it, like to try and cover it up, because like it was like unaliving the world. And if it ever went wrong with fusion, and I don't like using the because that's flat earth thing, but yeah, it would just turn it off. There's no radiation. You could go straight into the reactor, fix it, sort it out, boom, back on.
Wow.
Like it's like a game changer.
That's cool.
It's just always 10 years away. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We can't keep it going long enough because, like, can you imagine you've got 2 million degrees?
It's wild.
Popping out your.
It's wild. That's so cool.
Popping out of your nuclear power plant, and then the media, you got Fox News going, oh, boo, 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 oh yeah, look at this, it's popped. And we're like, oh fuck. So the engineer just goes, boom, shut it down.
Yeah. What tritium is the byproduct? Some Dave said in YouTube chat. Tritium. Interesting.
Yeah.
What was the what was the thing that they're using? Platinum, you said?
No, well, they are using platinum, and there's another one called C something. I can't remember off the top of my head. Remember, I'm not very well. I've got cancer. But yeah, they're using other materials as well to deal with that. Carbon.
Gallium.
Well, gallium, carbide, graphite.
Oh, dude, this is like some interesting. This is the part of the as a biologist. This is the part of the periodic table that I don't normally go to. Thallium is down here, so it's like very different. These are huge. These are gigantic.
Right, they're using carbon because the reason why they're using carbon is because what happens is it ablates. So I don't know if you know what ablation is.
No.
Ablation basically means when it gets too hot, it doesn't pop. Someone's at my door. What time is it? 7 a.m. Fuck off. Right. Okay. So carbon.
Yeah.
So do you know like on the Maverick film?
Yeah. Top Gun.
Yeah. Have you seen it at the first scene where he's going Mach 10 and you see all the sparks coming off it?
Mm-hmm.
He's like going, come on, one more bit, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So that's why we're lining with carbon, because carbon it ablates because of the slate grain structure, and if the material, it kind of burns off before it actually like melts. It'll take off the first layer first, then take off the second layer, and then take off the third layer. It's very like versatile.
Gotcha.
And that's why we use carbon.
That's cool. Cool. Well, Dave recommended How It Works ITER. How It Works ITER. Cool, man. Perfect.
It's called ITER, but yeah, whatever.
Okay, ITER. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah. Okay, cool. This is it. It's a 2-minute video. Perfect. All right, real quick. I want to finish this one. Let's finish this. This is like another 2 minutes here. Let's see if we can.
Hours, the teams worked under constant pressure. Every movement had to be perfect, and all of it rested in the hands of the crane operator.
Nous avons à peu près grand maximum 30 à 50
30 to 50 millimeters. Oh my gosh.
La charge en est, en ouest, ce qui est très, très compliqué parce que chaque mouvement est calculé, anticipé et surtout, comme je le répète, c'est la sécurité.
And above all, safety is the priority. It's very complicated because these loads must not touch anything. So at the beginning we start in millimeters, so it's millimeter by millimeter. Then we move on to different speeds to reach 40,000, which is the standard.
When you speak, just turn the volume down a little bit because we can't hear when you speak. I am interested in the video, but just turn it down a little.
1,400 tons right at the fingertips may seem heavy. Oh wow, look at that. But with a lot of the professionalism and safety, we can do it.
That's Atlas.
Then we are surrounded by a team in the meteorology team who tell us what to do, especially with the engineers who give us the go-ahead and the coordinates. The meteorology team makes us stop to check the load that hasn't moved. We are all in contact with the bridge maintenance team Real, who are helping us with this challenge.
Yeah, that's Atlas. That's Atlas, that. It measures things in nanoseconds.
Dang, that's amazing.
Picoseconds, I think. Is it pico? I think it's pico.
Yeah, bigger than that. Yeah.
A mirror,
So,
which they will reflect the signal of the tracker and the total station. Based on the readings, we will know the actual position of the sector. After, we know as well our reference, which is the pit. So we will know the relationship between the pit and the sector. And based on that, we will be able to guide the mechanical team to make the sector match the...
dude, that's wild, dude. Because because if they misalign it, then the magnets will be all messed up, and then the whole thing is screwed.
No, there is protons flying through the center of that near the speed of light.
That's crazy.
And look how much weight. That is only one detector. There is two. Okay. We're now drilling and making 100-kilometer radius CERN.
Wow. Dang, that's incredible. It's giant.
Mechanical position that we aim for.
By 5 o'clock the next morning, Sector Module 5 was nearly in its final position.
It's the achievement of a teamwork and team with the lifting teams from SMSA, the contractor, IO, construction teams, assembly teams. The teams that I supervised for the crane operation and the crane maintenance. It is like a new baby in the nest.
Dude, that's crazy.
See how much this cost us? It cost us billions.
Yeah, it's like 10 billion euros.
It again.
Yeah.
It's cost us billions, and now we're doing 100-kilometer. We've got TBMs drilling underneath the Alps, right? That's going to cost us another 15 billion. And so we found the Higgs boson. Okay, that was the first step. Okay, yes, we know it interacts with gravity. Okay, so we found the God particle. Okay, next thing, we need to find the graviton. But unfortunately, we've already done what we can, and it can't be upgraded anymore. We need to upgrade, and that's the only way. Drill, baby, drill.
Yeah, make it bigger, huh?
But it's like that. I know I was pivoting away towards astronomy, but I mean, look at that plasma.
That's crazy. Hey, Michael from YouTube chat, the reactors are lined with materials like tungsten, beryllium, and carbon for the inner walls, and steel, vanadium alloys, and ceramics for the structural components. Dang, dude. That's stuff that I do not... I only know my materials from World of Warcraft armor. So if it's stronger than steel, I'm out. Beryllium, I don't know if that even is. That's that's incredible. That's cool, dude. No, I mean,
yeah, but you can imagine that plasma is 2 million degrees.
That's wild, man.
Celsius.
That's so cool. No, I mean, we have to fund stuff like this. This is important. This is stuff that we can change the world with. I mean, we have to be trying to improve problems, right? I mean, there has to be some investment into the future.
I think the whole goal of investing in infrastructure is for it to work as efficiently as possible. Basically, you want to lessen the need of heavy maintenance in the future, right?
Yeah.
Because if you build it right the first time, and you make it, as perfect as possible, it should pay for itself many times over.
Yeah.
Down the line.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna back you here, Eric. Is it? Sorry, mate. I've got optical nerve cancer, bro. My eyes aren't very good. Is it, Eric?
It is.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Right, okay. So with this, there is no moving parts. There is nothing. Just, I'm going to use Todd Howard with his Sky thing. It just works. But this thing there is no moving parts when it's going, and we manage to work it out, and we can't, like, we get our magnetic confinement sorted out. Like, we're done. Like, that is it. Like game change. Absolutely game change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So here's the how it works video on how this stuff. All right, we're gonna watch this real quick.
ITER, the biggest science collaboration in history, aims to prove that carbon-free fusion energy can be produced on an industrial scale. It will do this by creating and controlling a miniature sun inside a device called a tokamak. The tokamak will rely on 3 unique, powerful electromagnets to spark and control a plasma, or ionized gas. At the very center is a 5-story, 1,000-ton superconducting magnet known as the central solenoid, or the heart of ITER. Its chief job is to induce and maintain a powerful electric current in the plasma that will result in energy-producing fusion reactions. This happens through a carefully orchestrated sequence of steps. First, electric current is fed through the outer coils to create magnetic fields that will help shape the plasma. Next, a current fed through the central solenoid is gradually increased over several minutes to 40 kiloamps. As the current increases, it creates a growing magnetic field. Next, it's time to add the fuel. A few grams.
What was that? Dude, it's crazy how quickly it happens.
1,000 amps.
That's
40 kiloamp.
That's crazy.
Keep going.
That's wild, man.
Of deuterium and tritium gas. When that gas is heated up by a strong pulse of microwaves, it breaks down into charged particles to become a plasma. Just like a wire, lightning, or other conductor, plasma can carry a current. Now is the central solenoid's big moment. A lot happens, quickly and simultaneously. But here we'll show one thing at a time. First, tokamak operators rapidly reduce the central solenoid current. That causes a sudden change in the solenoid's magnetic field, which in turn induces a current in the plasma via electromagnetic force. Transformers transfer electrical energy between circuits the exact same way in power lines. Operators maintain the plasma current by continuously changing the solenoid current and its magnetic field. More slowly now, for several minutes. More heat is added to the plasma until deuterium and tritium ions have enough energy to collide and form helium, a reaction that releases huge amounts of energy. By demonstrating that we can use fusion to generate abundant power, ITER will help pave the way for the carbon-free fusion power plant.
That's cool, man. That's way cool.
Of tomorrow.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
Yeah. It's just not. We're just not there yet.
Well, 2033. I mean, the 2033 for ITER. So that's cool.
Yeah, but then when we are there, then it's going to fall to me as an engineer and go, so some random physicist in the office will roll up into my office and go, oh, by the way, you need to make an exchanger for this fucking reactor, and you need to make some turbines for this, and oh, by the way, it's going to be 1,500 psi steam. And I'm like, well, you fucking wanker.
Exactly. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming up. That was awesome. I did not expect to deep dive fusion reactions tonight, but that was really fun, and I appreciate you coming up. Thanks, Jerome, for coming up with your expertise, man. Thanks for Eric for being here, asking some awesome questions.
I'll drop again, bro. Have a good night. It's really early in the morning for me.
Thank you,
need
man.
to get some sleep.
Yeah,
I've been
brother.
on multiple lives.
All right.
I'll send you a few likes and a few guests.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. All right. See you guys. Dude, awesome, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I really appreciate you. Did not expect to go over that. That is amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you to our guests, Eric and Jerome. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Jerome. Appreciate you, man. So real quick, I do want to just go over the so we're not, for the first time ever, we are not celebrating AIDS Day as a nation, and I wanted to go over one of these news in regards to how treatments can lead to a functional cure for HIV, just to tie it all back together. You know what I mean? Tie it together so that we can effectively cover the lack of attention that our current administration is giving this, and what we should be giving it, and talking about the path forward and what we're doing. So, and guys, we actually had one of the researchers that was paving the way for this, for the HIV mRNA lipid nanoparticle cures. She came on. She was here. She actually was here. It's like a world-class scientist actually here on the show. Thank you, Eric. Anytime, man. Thank you for coming up. That was really cool. So yeah, here we go. So, of the estimated 91 million people infected with HIV over the last 45 years, no one has fully defeated the virus, save for a dozen people who needed a risky stem cell treatment to cure blood cancers. But a small percentage of patients in experimental trials have achieved a, quote, functional cure, in which the immune system contains the virus and patients can stop taking antiretroviral drugs for many months or even years. Now, 2 independent research groups have shown that one particular class of immune cells appears to play a crucial role in the functional cures. Finding ways to nurture those cells might make it possible to free more patients from the need to take drugs for life. Those cells, quote, may be the magical biomarker we need for a cure, unquote, says Steve Deeks, an HIV clinician at UCSF. Hey, University of California. It's a UC California day, guys. This is amazing. Who co-led one of the the studies, which Nature published today on the occasion of World AIDS Day. Quote, it's promising for a future in which you can intervene and tilt a whole series of events back in the direction of the immune system, says Dennis Burton, an immunologist at Scripps Research who was not involved in the studies. ARVs powerfully knock back levels of HIV in the blood and tissues, but stubborn reservoirs of cells that harbor dormant viral DNA persist in the body. When people stop taking these drugs, the virus almost always resurges within weeks. In a functional cure, the immune system forestalls or even prevents this resurgence. That would help people who have difficulty taking ARVs every day, and if perfected, it might control HIV even better than medicines can. That's why Tom Peralt, a San Francisco resident who lived with HIV for 25 years, took part of the UCSF study. Peralt says ARVs work well for him, but he worries that even very low levels of HIV in his body are causing inflammation that could lead to a heart disease and damaged organs. Taking the pills is not an automatic panacea, and everything is sunshine and lollipops. One of the studies, led by immunologist David Collins of the Ragon Institute and Mass General Brigham, MIT, and Harvard, analyzed blood samples from participants in 4 studies that interrupted treatment after patients had not received ARVs, but also a second measure, unusually potent, broadly neutralizing antibodies, BNAB. That's what was the study that we had the person on, Samantha, I think it was her name. That was incredible. I had yeah, check my profile. There's a video on it. Capable of disarming a wide range of HIV variants for long periods. Between 14% and 22% of participants controlled their infections for at least 2 months after the antibodies waned. Collins' team studied samples from 7 of these people, including one who has maintained low levels of virus with no treatment for more than 7 years. Wow, that's insane. 7 years. That's incredible. And 5 others who rapidly saw the virus rebound. So there was one that maintained, and then 5 others that didn't. The UCSF group recruited 10 patients and gave them similar broad neutralizing antibody infusions, but it upped the ante by adding an experimental HIV vaccine and drug designed to reduce reservoirs. The team found that 7 participants had prolonged control of the virus, and even Peralt, who went without drugs for 4 months. Quote, "We just haven't seen that the interventions previously. We just haven't seen that with interventions previously," said the UCSF immunologist Rachel Rutischhoscher, who co-led the study. Both teams then studied the immune response in controllers in great detail. One signal stood out. A class of white blood cells known as memory T-cells stubbed with the CD8 receptors plays a critical role in targeting and destroying HIV-infected cells. That makes sense. Both studies found that the precursors to those killer T-cells are strongly tied to long-term control of HIV after the treatment is stopped. The precursors have a stem cell-like quality, and in the controllers, they are more readily made copies of themselves when the virus started to return. Cool. So it's really giving an ability for the those CD8 cells to actually make more of themselves. That's cool. The signal is really exciting, Collins says. Stimulating the production of these STEMI CD8 cells, as he calls them, might be the key to getting control and more than a small percentage of the people who are currently achieving it. So maybe it would be like figuring out a way for like gene therapy in order to target that, I guess. Is that the idea? Oh, thank you, Bear. But teasing out why some people produce more of these cells is tricky. It's totally not clear, says Michael Zussenberg, a Rockefeller University immunologist who is a co-author of both papers. Oh, wow. Dang, dude. Can you imagine being on both of these papers? That'd be incredible. That's wild. Collins suspects that the trial participants stopped ARVs and the long-acting broad neutralizing antibodies slowed down the return of HIV, giving T cells a head start. In this scenario, the STEMI CD8s have extra time to mature into large troops of killer T cells. Quote, "In a relay race, when you pass the baton, you have this running start," he says. "If you just start with standing, you might lose the race. This virus is a fast runner." So they're giving the chance for their broad neutralizing antibodies for these T cells to actually mature. That's cool. Zussin says that the STEMI CD8 cells are likely one of several ways the immune system controls the virus. Quote, "Every little bit is going to count." The report by the UCSF team suggests that some of the control comes from the so-called vaccinal effect. When broad neutralizing antibodies attach to HIV, this complex stimulates immune responses that lead other T cells to keep the virus in check. Nice. So it's like stimulating the immune system. Oh, that's way cool. Patients' own neutralizing antibodies against HIV may play a role in the functional cure as well. These naturally occurring autologous antibodies cannot by themselves contain all the viral variants in a person, which gives them a bad name. But the preprint posted on Medical Archives on November 6th, his team describes how people in yet another treatment interruption study that used broad neutralizing antibodies were more likely to have long-term viral control if they had higher levels of autologous antibodies. Dang, that's cool. There's been so many treatments for HIV. This is amazing. I had no idea. The new findings about the role of STEMI CD8 cells may only tell a part of the story, says Sharon Lewin, head of the Peter Doherty Institute for Infections and Immunity. And the effect to cure HIV urgently needs insights like this to push it forward. It's an extremely important observation, and this field can now leverage this. That's very cool. Yeah. Very cool. Man. That is awesome, guys. Well, I mean, it's so cool to learn about the treatments. That's an important thing, right? We're learning about the treatments for HIV, stymieing HIV to stop it from going to AIDS. and the medicines that we are adopting in order to help that. It is so cool. All right, guys. Well, that's it for the show. If you want, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. And we're going to do Geoguessr now. I'm wondering the same thing that Heather was talking about. Will this help with COVID and other viruses? Yeah, I mean, it is something in regards to that we've seen with the... Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Thank you, Barry. The ability for the immune system to kind of be revved up is something that we've seen with the mRNA lipid nanoparticles, right? We saw that it is revved up and that it can more readily attack the cancer cells, right? We saw that. So I am curious about that as well. I wonder if it's kind of like playing the same CD8. I wonder if it's using the same mechanism. Maybe, yeah. I know that they're using the lipid nanoparticle and the RNA delivery for some of these broad neutralizing antibodies. So that is, it's the technology that we're using for a lot of these new gene therapies. Yeah. Okay, guys. Cool. Geoguessr party. Last one. Join the fun. Oh, no. No. Party. We are making the party. What? Okay. Sign in. I gotta sign in. Yeah, the mRNA, with lipid nanoparticles coating it, it just seems to be so incredible for so many different drugs and medicines, Oh, thanks, Michael. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so we're going to do a party. Here we go, guys. If you want to join the Geoguessr party, have some fun, travel the world with us. The code tonight is N4VLB. N4VLB. You guys want to join up? N4VLB. You can join up and see where we are, try to help. Man, we got some really tough one last one. It was like seriously very tough. Very tough. Yeah, dude, there's some killers in here. That is like some really good. Some of the ones that were impossible for me, they got like 4,900 on, which is nearly perfect. I can't imagine. Okay, Hazel, yeah, all good. We don't have anyone that's joined yet. Oh, thank you, Renee. Anyone gonna join? Oh, we got one. Kathleen. Welcome in. YouTube chat, can you guys hear? Do I sound any different right now? This is A. This is B. YouTube, can you guys? This is B. Does B sound any different than A? This is A. Does A sound any different than B? Oh, interesting. Okay, that makes sense to me. Okay. Yeah, I'm testing out different ways. So basically I tried to separate out the streams and the audio sources on my stuff. Okay. Yeah, it got dual. It's dual recording basically. Okay, anyone else? NRVLB for Geoguessr. We got 2. Anyone else? Okay, thank you, Michael. Yeah, it was actually duplicating, so basically it's just, yeah, makes sense. All right, anyone else? We got last chance. Anyone else trying to go? We're gonna go live in 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Starting the game. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Ooh. Palm trees. Ooh. The sign. Spanish. Mexico, maybe. But it looks equatorial to me. So it might be like central. Looks like it's very central. Whoa. Come on. Okay, it looks like pesos. Combo Radical Camara. I'm not recognizing any of this stuff. Mexico, I don't know where though. Usually just go by Mexico City, outside Mexico City. Dang it. Colombia. I don't know why I was stuck on Mexico. Dang, dude, that's tough, dude. That's tough. Dominican Republic and Sanitas. All right. Sparkling Canyon, heads up. Oh my gosh, very similar. Okay. Good morning. Oh, nice, Joe. What's up, man? Ooh, I don't think that's gonna have a website on it. Okay. I thought I passed a sign with something. Dude, I have no idea. School should be anywhere. This type of house. Jeez. I want to say it's like the UK or something. Small little houses that aren't like in a suburbia context. Could be definitely like Denmark, Finland. They probably, I mean, based off of this. I'm gonna say the UK now. I don't know why I think that's the UK. I have no idea. I didn't see any signs. I have no idea. They're just going off of vegetation. Poland maybe, UK. I'm gonna try to say UK. I don't think we're like Slovakia. Of course, Slovakia. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we were in the same. Kathleen, I think that was a good guess too. Okay, we're still in it. We're still in it, guys. Oh my gosh, what is this? Is this like the same? They try to put us on the same road in different countries? Is that the idea? It's so interesting. Like the Geoguessr guesses, I don't know if they are truly random. I do think that they are picked and curated. I do think that like someone goes through because there's like themes that you can tell sometimes, and then they also harken back to the same countries. Like it's almost like they're testing your recollection. Like if you're getting it, it's kind of like crossword puzzles. I feel like, you know, or a crossword puzzle writer can like put into the okay, so that looks European, broad blues on each side, and that warning sign looks UK too. Les Lodges. Introduction. Is this Spain? Is this Spain? This looks Spain to me. This has to be Spain. Oh. Okay, that's definitely Spanish. That I want to say that code looks Spanish to me too. That phone. I haven't memorized it. I really have no idea. Okay, I don't know. I don't know where in Spain. Outside of Madrid. I usually just go like around the major cities. It's usually like where my go-to is. Oh, France. Dang, less? I guess less, yeah, less is French. Ah, yeah. Los is French. But Los is Espanol. My bad. Yeah. I thought France. Okay. Dude, this looks like any road. This looks like East Colorado. And I feel like I've driven on this road before. Not even kidding. I'm going to go to this sign. Arizona. This could be Nevada. This could be... It's very hilly. Okay, this is going to be big. This is a big sign for us. Okay. What? Peru. Huge sign, guys. Huge sign. Okay. Laura Wee, Peru. Okay, that's what we need to find. Laura Wee, Peru. Okay, this is just what we do. We just search for Laura Wee. "20 seconds. Laura Wee. I don't see it. Nice. There it is. What? I don't see it. Oh, that was just the name of it. That wasn't the same name of the city. Dang. Dang. That was tough. Yeah, I saw the Peru thing and I saw that I got lucky. All right, last one. Final round. Fight. Saudi Arabia? Or Vegas. Okay, I know exactly where I am. Yeah, this is Vegas. No, it's Saudi Arabia. That's so funny that I thought it was Saudi Arabia. Yeah, because they have the numbers. 12. Yeah, it's no, it's Abu Dhabi. Dubai. I think yeah, it's right here. Here. And then E12. Okay, so we're at E11 here. Dude, that's so funny that I thought it was Vegas. They'd be so happy about that. See, this is exit 12. So they've numbered everything. They don't have it's a 311. E11. Where's 12? What is going on? 11. I'm like going down the same road. I can't find the second road. Oh, Qatar. Oh, dang. Wow, I didn't know Qatar. Qatar. Sorry, Qatar. I didn't know Qatar was like that too. Qatar. Yeah. Nice, Helen. Good job. Well, I won, guys. Joe's not in here, so it kind of Vegas just copies the world. Exactly, Joe. Dude, I mean, it is so cool. Seriously, with Google Maps, guys, the ability to like see everything that they are developing. What in the world? Yeah, okay, cool. Sweet. I've unlocked new layers because of my Google Pro thing. Cool. Explore data levels. Administrative level. Household income. Wow. Oh, dude, this is sick. We can use this for the future. Traffic signals. U.S. land parcels. Dismiss. Can I just go to the world, please? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, so Qatar. Doha. Yeah. Yeah, dude, this all looks so similar. Look at this. Whoa. What is this? Dang, look at this. Even since the Google thing, look at all these. They're like mass developing, man. It is crazy. It's truly like unprecedented. Whoa. Okay. Well, guys, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you, Dave. Thank you for helping me with the YouTube chat. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate everywhere that, if you're listening at Substack, if you're listening on Spotify, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, if you're listening on YouTube, and if you're watching on TikTok, my people, I love you. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. We had an awesome stream today, guys, all about nuclear power. I had no idea we were going to go that direction. I was just thinking about doing the AIDS and HIV stuff. So that was really cool. That was a cool info at night. Guys, Thursday, I got a debate. We have got a debate planned on a kind of like red pill adjacent web place. Okay. And they want to debate about the ethics of gene editing for humans. So tomorrow, it's going to be a research stream talking about that. We're going to take notes. Next couple nights, we're just going to be doing doing some deep dives on that stuff so we can learn more about it, so we can understand it better going into there. So it's just going to be a research stream. We're going to be learning a lot. We're going to be watching a lot of stuff. We're going to be figuring things out. Yeah, exactly, Renee. Hey, no safe space for them. You know what I mean? No place for them. Joe, it's actually earlier. I think on Thursday it's at like 6 p.m. Pacific. So it's actually a lot earlier than my normal stream hours. So it's going to be fun. Yeah. Guys, I'm trying to go anywhere that we can, right? I'm not being ideological. I am being every show deserves Bill Nye the Science Guy to be on it. You know what I mean? I feel like I want to be the science correspondent for the streaming world. I want to be the science correspondent for our generation. I don't want to block out any places or say no to any opportunities for people And it's not just about the hosts. That's the biggest thing, is that it's not the hosts that I'm trying to sway over or debate or change their mind on. It's about the people that are watching, because everyone deserves to be a little bit more educated on science. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel like. That's what's important for me going forward, is just being a part of that that change, where people can be a little bit more educated, hopefully in the future, and busting down these doors, bursting these bubbles, going in there for the first time. Okay, Joe. Yeah, we're even worse. 6 p.m. is 3 a.m. for you. Well, hey, Joe, our YouTube archives, every single one. If you don't know, drgregshow.com. I don't know. It just seemed like a cool place to go. You could go there, and then you could scroll down here. So what I learned last night is my Substack, and it basically goes through. We're going to have a huge Substack post, guys. If you're not subscribed to the Substack, please do so. Every single day, I basically go down the things that we've learned the most, and I'm going to have a lot to learn that I learned today, so I'm going to be doing that tonight after this. Also, guys, Instagram, good place to join. Instagram, Facebook. Please, drgregshow.com. If you're not following me on Instagram, check it out. If you're not following me on Facebook, please check it out. It helps me a lot. Hey, Brian, I am on Substack, drgregshow.com. Basically, it's all the original documents that we go over. All the information that we went through for the nuclear stuff is all going to be on there. So if you missed any part of it, you can just watch the Substack, and you don't have to watch the archive if you want. But if you do want to watch the archive, and you want to learn more about it, and you want the full show, hit up the YouTube archive. Go to here, YouTube archives. Right? Wow, this looks like a great show. I want to subscribe for sure. I can't subscribe to myself. What if I want to subscribe to myself, though? That's not nice. And then you can go to the videos. Videos over here is kind of like a... thank you, Brian. All of the videos are kind of like our highlight conversations. So I'll definitely do a video edit of like all the nuclear stuff that we learned today, which is freaking cool. That was a really fun thing. And then and then the live tab, that's where all the shows are, if you're curious about it. So all the live shows are automatically there. There you go. And the shorts too. Shorts also has a bunch of stuff if you're curious. But, or whatever. Exactly. What's up with that, Renee? What's up with that? Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. drgregshow.com, all the follows, all the stuff. Hey, Amy. I got to work on the Substack. I got to work on some edits. I'm going to get going. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for deep diving and having fun with that today, for learning with me and understanding the world a little bit better today. So thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Before we go, our last shout outs. The shout outs for tonight. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to the Patreons. Oh, there was a new Patreon too. Kathleen? I'm sorry. Dude, it's actually amazing. It means so much to me. Oh my gosh, I'm in my thing again. Oh, jeez. This is it. Thank you guys so much for the Patreons. I really do appreciate you. Meg. Princess Meg. What shape is it? It's a triangle. They all got it wrong. And it's a convex bottom. It's not a glow bottom. Meg, thank you guys so much. You did, Amy. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much to the super fans, all the super fans. Appreciate you. super fans, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you to the Patreons. Helen, thank you so much, Helen. I appreciate you. Mrs. Dr. G, Russell Bowden from YouTube chat, guys. Isn't that cool? Ado, Call Me Ness, Rapture, NB Human, Meg the Princess. Thank you, guys. Guys, get involved. action.drgregshow.com. Do your political actions. Do your calls, your emails, and we can get it all logged onto the political tracker so we can hit 1,000. Can we hit 1,000 by... Are we going to hit 1,000 by the end of the year? I think we could. I think we could hit 1,000 by the end of the year. But thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I'll see you. Peace. Have a good one. Bye. Bye. Mava. Hey, YouTube chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Michael. Busting pills. Red pills. Exactly, Michael. Exactly, brother. We are not scared of them. Science is not scared of these red pill spaces no longer, my friends. We are busting down the doors. We are going and infiltrating. So thank you, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for everything on YouTube, guys. I appreciate you guys taking the time to help me understand what was going on so I can help you guys. And I love YouTube. That's actually, now that TikTok is, we signed off. It's just me and you, YouTube. We can, I like YouTube a lot more than TikTok. So that's my platform. You know what I mean? That's my people. So I love you guys. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. We'll see you guys soon. Okay. See you tomorrow. Peace.